The Great Izuchi is new, fast, and he brings a party. You're watching The Topic Hole, and this is the Great Izuchi's Monster Breakdown. The Great Izuchi is very unique, so we need to actually talk about some of the things that it does that other monsters don't. So the first is that it actually works together with the mini Izuchis to do the attacks. It will have two mini Izuchis with it at pretty much all times, and if you kill them, they'll come back after it moves to the next area. And the second is, if you're paying attention to its tail, you'll know what's coming next. So let's get started. So the thing to notice about this one is its head is the hitbox. Its body won't hurt you, and as long as you go underneath its head, you'll be fine. And with this bite, the mini Izuchis don't actually do any damage, so you don't have to worry about them. So this one is something that you can iframe only if it's by itself. If you have the others, then you're going to have to dodge it, and we'll talk about that. But let's focus on this one, and I want to show you exactly how to get around it. So if you remember, I told you its tail will help you predict the future and know exactly what it's about to do. So for this one, it's going to have its tail in this little C shape. So whenever you see its tail up like this, you know that it's going to do the spinning attack. So if you watch it, it'll do this spin 3 times and then it gets stuck in the ground. I'd say this move has about a medium potential for you to actually get a counter attack in. So when you're looking at hitboxes, sometimes the hitbox is coming towards you, and if it's coming towards you and it's a small hitbox, you want to try to go through that hitbox. So this one's very similar. It's a very quick move and it has a small hitbox. So as long as you dodge into it, then you can actually get around it. So the way the iframes actually work in Monster Hunter is they're at the very beginning of your dodge. So you want to dodge as late as possible. One thing that I've been looking at is I've just been looking at once it starts to swing and it kind of gets around a little bit, then I dodge. So this move, you're going to want to pay attention to its tail as well as the mini Izuchis. So you'll see, first it will jump and stab at you, and then the mini Izuchis will stab right after. But if you can dodge that first tail and get close to the Great Izuchi, then you'll be able to dodge the others. So look at where the mini Izuchis land compared to the Great Izuchi. Their tails all land pretty close together, so that's why if you miss the first one and you kind of roll towards it, you'll be able to dodge the others as well. It gets stuck in the ground and then it tries to pull it out 3 times, so you have a lot of time to actually get over there and attack it. Its tail is a pretty decent hitbox, so I'd focus on that instead of trying to get around and hit the face. This move is going to track you, and it actually has quite a bit of range, so just be aware of that. The less mini Izuchis there are, the easier it is to actually dodge some of these moves, and this is a perfect example. If there's only one, or if you've killed them both, then the danger zone gets a lot smaller. So to see this one coming, go ahead and watch the Great Izuchi and the mini Izuchis. They'll jump back and they'll get closer together. They only make this pattern whenever they're going to do this water attack, so it's easy to predict. And once you see it coming, the Great Izuchi is going to shoot forward and the mini Izuchis are going to shoot to the sides. This is pretty important to know because if you're fighting online, just know that even if it's not focusing you, you can still get hit by the mini Izuchi. This move is pretty quick, and the way to know what it's going to do is you'll see both of its claws go out to the side, and then it's going to lunge at you, and it's going to do swipes. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's going to jump 3 times, but you only need to worry about the first 2 jumps. On that last jump, it's not swinging its claws anymore, so it's not an active hitbox. Alright, so now we're back to that swinging attack. I've already shown you how to iframe it if there's only the Great Izuchi, but if you have all 3, you're either going to want to use a wire bug dodge or you're going to want to avoid it. So if you're watching it, you'll see that one of the Izuchis is going to go first, then the second, and then the great Izuchi. You can move to either side, but if you start moving towards the one that started swinging first, it's a little bit easier to get out of the way. So I know what you're thinking. What if I can't get out of the way? I've got you. If you get hit by one of the mini Izuchis, you'll be able to dodge the great Izuchi and you won't take as much damage. But if you ever get in that situation, you can also just use a wire bug to get around it as well. So there you go. If you follow my advice, you should be able to take it down without any issues. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you found it useful, go ahead and share it with a friend. We have other monster breakdowns, and if you like what we're doing on this channel, then go ahead and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions for the next monster, go ahead and leave them below, and I'll see you next time.